to our next topic. That will be.
Let's go ahead and talk about the release of Sora. Now, we just discussed our thoughts about what we thought of him as the final character, but now he's finally come out this week, and, well, honestly, to begin with, I did not like how he played, and then I gave it 2 days to settle, and I actually think that I like him a little bit more.
Yeah, I think he's. I described him to Sovereign earlier when we were playing against each other. I think Sora's kind of like Jigglypuff with a sword. Just extremely floaty, like can just, excuse me, bounce all across the screen with basically unparalleled air control. And the sword just exemplifies that air control.
Oh god, and that side special is so annoying.
Oh yeah, the side special. The side special coupled with the up B gives Sora so much air control and aerial mobility. It is
I
insane.
mean, he can literally recover from the bottom of the stage.
Yeah,
The
I know.
bottom corner of the stage.
Yeah, I know there were several times you downbeat against me and you missed, but you were able to just up B and side B, and not only did you get back to stage, you landed on stage and still hit me, despite being below the stage and me being close to the middle of the side platform on Battlefield. That's how insane he is.
Yeah, overall, I do like how he plays, though his floatiness is a bit of a turn off for me.
Yeah, his
Because, like, when you switch back to normal characters, it's really evident how different he plays.
yeah. And different in the sense that like I imagine if you were like even if you were a Kirby main, it would still be different. I think the only character that can really compare is Jigglypuff.
And maybe Mewtwo.
Oh, and Mewtwo definitely, because Mewtwo also has a lot of good air control.
Yeah, overall, yeah, I, this is great inclusion, same as we said 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I really like him. His costumes are great. They're very good to see. Hollow Bastion as a stage is good, and it's most likely going to be legal and competitive.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, people are now positing the potential, the potential for a Hazards On rule set because Hollow Bastion now gives enough stages for a Hazard On rule set.
Right, right. Yeah, it could be interesting, but I guess it's not all too different from Smashville.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really. The only difference is that on Hazards On, Smashville would have a moving platform, while Hollow Bastion is just stationary.
Yeah, overall, um, very fun character. But I'd also like to get into the patch notes that we had
Yeah.
for.
So, for one, the Puff has been buffed. Sakurai has blessed the balloon with power. She is no longer bottom tier. She is now low tier.
Was Jigglypuff ever really bottom tier? Because when I think bottom tier, I think Ganon and Dr. Mario and Little Mac, and that's pretty much it.
Me Sword Fighter?
Okay, Meat Sword Fighter still has some relevant use.
Me Sword Fighter's garbage.
Okay, garbage, but not bottom tier.
Yes, bottom tier.
No.
Me
I,
Sword Fighter is objectively worse than Me Brawler and Me Gunner.
no, Me Sword Fighter is definitely a better zoner than Me Gunner.
It's not about being a better zoner. He's just a worse character. Yeah, I mean, what is it? Dr. Mario's probably better at close quarter combat than what? The Belmonts? That doesn't mean Dr. Mario's better than the Belmonts.
Well, their playstyle is still the same.
Not really, though. Like, the Me Gunner plays more like a Samus than Me Sword Fighter. Me Sword Fighter plays more like a. Well, depending on your move set, really.
You can just load up on all the projectiles. Honestly, all their projectiles are amazing.
Yeah.
Or amazing for what tier the character is.
Either way, in my opinion, Me Sword Fighter, garbage. But Jigglypuff is no longer garbage.
Yes, the fact that it has a better back here is a lot better for sure.
Yeah. Little Mac also got buffed. Still garbage, but buffed.
Yeah, he finally has a kill confirm.
I
Like
mean,
that's gonna help him.
yeah, I mean, doesn't really matter when the newest character in the game literally will just literally float above you endlessly.
literally, like I said 2 weeks ago, Sora is a reverse Little Mac,
pretty much.
but decent.
Yeah. Incineroar also got buffed, which is always good to see because Incineroar's fun, and in my opinion, has the most personality out of all the Smash characters added.
Yeah. Overall,
I think Rosaluma and Lucario were also buffed.
yeah. But how do you think people are going to react to not seeing any top tiers nerfed?
Oh, I think people are going to be upset.
Oh yeah, people were expecting Aegis to get nerfed. People were expecting Pikachu to get nerfed.
Yeah. Um, Rob. So many people wanted Rob to get nerfed.
Yeah, I mean Rob isn't overpowered, but he is definitely the best heavyweight.
People don't like how he can box you out because his frame data when it comes to boxing you out is I mean, Rob is top tier.
Yeah,
So his ability to box you out though is like ridiculous, and people don't like that. And I mean, Sakurai did say this is probably the last update, so I think this is the final, like, set in stone metagame we're gonna have for the rest of Ultimate's lifespan.
yeah, probably. Because in Smash 4, we did get one patch after Bayonetta release,
Two
two
patches,
patches. We did get two patches afterwards, but that's because the character was so ungodly broken that they had to do something and step in.
which arguably made things worse.
It really did.
But I'm actually really interested to see how the meta will finally develop as the meta kind of stunted, obviously, due to the pandemic. So basically, from Terry onwards, the meta stopped in terms of real offline development. So now that we are finally caught up with all the DLC characters and all the patches, and offline tournaments are becoming more of a thing, the meta will finally be able to advance and we'll truly see who's broken, who's not broken.
That
I
is,
would love to see what the metagame will look like in a year from now, assuming there's no patches, because I think a lot of characters are going to go up and a lot of characters will go down for sure.
probably.
Like, I could definitely see someone like Pyra going down eventually in the future as more people figure her out. But say a character, and even a character like Sora, I could see potentially dropping off eventually. Meanwhile, characters like Pikachu and Byleth and Rob and Joker and Palutena and Wolf will probably still be up top.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, what do you think about the idea that this is still probably the most balanced Super Smash Bros. Game?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, really, you got your bottom tiers, but you can still win a game with them. It's not like Brawl where Ganondorf was
Or Melee?
near unplayable.
Yeah, God, Brawl Ganondorf was such a terrible character, but honestly, who is the worst character? Brawl Ganondorf or Melee Roy?
Oh God, his dash attack doesn't even function properly, right?
Yeah,
The only the only gimmick he has is reverse up beyond Jigglypuff, which kills at zero.
yeah,
That's the only thing he's got going for
yeah. But then there's Brawl Ganondorf where he's still negative on hit.
him.
Dear God.
Yeah,
But overall, I like where I like the roster as it is. There's some characters I wish we got, but I don't think there's any character I would take away. I think
yeah.
all the characters on the roster make sense and fit, and I wouldn't want to see them gone.
I am just glad that the character roster looks balanced again aesthetically, because
Yeah,
we've been living since who was the last one to come out? Was it?
Kazuya.
It was Kazuya. That character roster looks so unbalanced with him added, and now we finally have a balanced roster again, as
I-
far as looks are concerned.
I'll have to get used to the fact that Min Min is now at the very end,
Ah,
which it kind of bothers me because I really liked Byleth at the end because Byleth was like, the end of DLC Wave 1, but now Min Min's there and it's like, oh, right, you're there.
yeah,
But overall, I liked it.
yeah,
I like Sora. I would love to see where the meta progresses. Since this looks like this will be the end of balance changes.
right. Yeah,
So
that was a pretty good finisher for the entire series as far as patches and DLC is concerned.
Yeah,
To think that we went all the way from Piranha Plant all the way to Sora.
I know. God, I remember when they announced Piranha Plant.
Oh, I was laughing endlessly when that happened.
Oh, I was already on a victory high because I was one of the only people that didn't think the Grinch leak was real and that Incineroar had to be in Smash Brothers. I was like, he has to be in it. He has to be. There's just no other way. The math doesn't make sense if Incineroar's not in the game.
Oh god, I remember everyone believed that.
But okay, in their defense, it was pretty believable with all the evidence that was given at the time.
That is fair. It was a really well thought out and thorough leak.
Yeah, and we did eventually get Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was in that league overall? It was Shadow, Ken, Banjo, Chorus Kids, Mock Rider, and who else? Gino.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Uh, can,
that's who it was. Gino. Yeah, no.
yeah. Can we just talk about how we're glad Gino is not in the game?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I never was a Gino fan. I mean, Gino has not been relevant since Superstar Saga for the Nintendo Game Boy, which even then, he wasn't even that relevant in Superstar Saga. He just kind of appeared in the background. So, and also, he's owned by Squeenix. And let's be honest here. Does Nintendo want to fight Squeenix for Geno or for Sephiroth and Sora?
Yeah, we're lucky to have 3 Square Enix characters to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, I was all doom and gloom about Sora because I thought Disney was way too stingy, but I was wrong.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be honest, I would prefer Sephiroth and Sora as our Square Enix reps over Geno, who would also count as another Mario rep, which, I mean, I think Piranha Plant, in my opinion, is a better rep for Mario than Geno, just because of how absurd it is.
Yes, definitely.
But, overall, patch 13.0 and Sora, I think it was good.
Yeah. Yep. Very happy with how it all ended.
And so now